Hello and welcome to Unity of Las Vegas. My name is Jim Lee and I'm so glad that you're joining us today. If this is your first time, just know not only are you welcomed, but we are sending you love right now. So just open up your minds and hearts and feel what's coming towards you. Pure, unconditional love. Well, this is, quote unquote, the Advent season. This is like the spiritual preparation for Christmas. We're looking at Christmas just a little differently here, even though we are a Christian foundational church. We have now expanded, we've taken Jesus and the whole concept to a universal level. So it doesn't matter what denomination you are or your religious affiliation or non-religious affiliation. I want you to know this Christmas season, this Advent season is for you. And before we get into all of that, just want to give you an idea of the format for today. First thing we've got is the Daily Word, and it will be delivered by Randy. The next thing we'll have is John Jones, and he has got a new song. It is The New Way Forward. Just love John, how he writes songs for the lessons. The Message is The Emergent Christ, Part 2. And then, of course, Lisa has a meditation that will anchor it all in for you. So stay tuned, be open, be ready. Advent is here.
Hello, everyone. Here's the Daily Word for Sunday, December 13th. Love. Love surrounds me and fills my heart. Love fills my senses throughout this Advent season. I find it in the taste and the aroma of my favorite holiday recipes, lovingly made. I hear it in my favorite Christmas music, sung with joy. I feel love in a child's enthusiastic hug and in a friend's caring touch. I see love and joy in the festive decorations adorning houses and neighborhoods. The love of friends, family, and neighbors at Christmas time surrounds me in so many ways. Throughout the year, love remains the most beautiful evidence of the presence of God in and through all things. Love is harmonizing power that infuses the world and everyone in it. Inspired by divine love, I perceive the divine in every person and all situations. And now, faith, hope, and love abide. These three, and the greatest of these is love. 1 Corinthians chapter 13, verse 13. Have a great day.
Hi, friends. I'm grateful to be with you today. It's the third week of our Advent celebration, and we're so glad that you're watching. A wonderful gift to your families and friends would be to share this series of programs with them. Subscribe to this channel and pay it forward by sharing these episodes to your social networks as well. Speaking of sharing, have you seen our music playlist right here on our channel? It's called the Sunday Experience Posi-music playlist, and it's where you'll find all of the individual songs that we include in our services, and you can share these with your families and friends as well. In case no one's told you today, we love you, we appreciate you, and we see the Christ consciousness that's being ever renewed in you this Christmas season. I wrote this song to go along with Reverend Jim's message for today, and I'm so happy to be able to share it with you. It's called The New Way Forward. Hope you enjoy.
He most resembled a man with long hair, a robe and a beard. Would his eyes see the anguish of the world in commotion? Would his hands dry the tears of a child? What if we could imagine him hearing their laughter? Would he breathe soft and deep while he dances in dreams? Would he stop for a moment for the fragrance of a flower? Would he ease their discord with his smile? Now we envision a higher vibration, a deeper awareness now has begun. You've heard the story of two sets of footprints. Now we imagine the two sets as one. So whom do you think that you most resemble? I see a child of the Spirit divine. Do your eyes see the anguish of the world in commotion? Do your hands dry the tears of a child? How do you feel when you hear their laughter? Do you breathe soft and deep while you dance in your dreams? Will you stop for a moment for the scent of a flower? I see the Christ in your smile. Let's consider our journey, our evolution. Alliance in tandem with love begins. Co-creation indeed is interdependent. A renewing of spirit, the Christ within. A renewing of spirit, the Christ within.
Wow, thank you, master musician, singer, songwriter, John Jones. Well, this is Advent. Advent. I was growing up in the Catholic Church. Matter of fact, I went to Catholic school from kindergarten all the way through the 11th grade. Boy, Christmas was a big celebration in the Catholic Church. And I can remember, especially when I was young, it was a magical time. It was a very joyful time. It was a time of wonder and expectation. And it was more than just Santa Claus. It was a special time. Well, I would say in 2020, we need some of that magic back. We need some of that joy-filled time back. And I want to assert that time is still available to us right now. And that's what we're getting into this Advent season. And I just invite you now to be open to this Christ being born. But what I'm talking about is this universal essence of the Christ presence being born in us right here and right now. So this Advent, I'm going to ask you to TTP it. TTP, and that is trust the process. So the process is this. Last week, we spoke about entering the void. The void. Now, that's a liminal place just before something happens. It's that place that is unwritten, but the other thing is it's full of possibilities. This is a place in which you're leaving the old world of thoughts and ideas and ways of believing. You're leaving it aside and you're taking a leap and you haven't landed in the new space yet, this is what Advent is all about, preparing for the infinite possibilities that is available to us. Remember, the next moment isn't written yet. We get an opportunity to design it. So in this infinite space of possibilities, we move to another space. Remember, TTP it, trust this process. This is an interesting process. This is a process of allowing. It's a wonderful space because it goes, I would say, reverse of how we've been trained. Most of us have been trained to be hardworking, to apply the maximum effort to succeed. This has really served us well so far on this journey that we call life. And I can remember when I was in corporate America, I was trained, it was called the MBO process, management by objective. We set a goal, we set a strategy, we set up a plan, and we executed the plan. Set the plan, work the plan. Well, this time now we're evolving and emerging and going to another level. This is a new paradigm. It is a paradigm now of allowing. So we're going to do this differently. Allowing means that the resources of the universe and everything now is conspiring for us, and we're allowing it to move in and through us as us. We don't try to allow, we relax and allow. Then we take action. It's an action that's in alignment with the divine process that's already here. Now, we are allowing something, because now we're getting into the next process. We are allowing our higher self. We call it the Christ essence. It's called the expanded self. It's called our authentic self. Some people call it infinite intelligence. This is the real you. And in New Thought and in Unity, we call it the individualized expression of the Christ presence that's within you. We're going to now allow that to come forward. But in order to do that, there's a couple of things we've got to set aside, and we're going to let this go. Yes, we are all mothers, fathers, sisters, brothers, and yet I just want us to know that we are much more than that. Yes, we have jobs and we have careers and we have professions. We could be a butcher, baker, candlestick maker, and also we can be even ministers. We are more than that. Yeah, we have a past and we have a history in which some good things have happened, some bad things have happened. And so we are more than our successes and our failures. So this is what we're up to, is this wonderful, unique presence. We call it the Christ presence. That's more than this body, but it includes the body, is what we're going to allow to flow in and through us. Remember this. In order for this to happen, we've got to remember who we are. We're a magnificent child of God. And with that, the current of what I would call the divine can express in and through us in a magnificent way. But in order to do that, we've got to TTP, and is trust this process and move beyond the personality. We have one, but we're more than that, and be willing to let the Christ light shine in us. What is this Christ light? I want to tell you what it is. in Genesis, the first chapter, the 3rd verse, let there be light. Light, mystically, is symbolic of illumination, spiritual intelligence, wisdom. This is the light that's already within us, and the command is let there be light, not make light. So our command to us is to allow and let the light shine that's already within us. Something is incredible within us, magnificent within us, and now we're going to take the opportunity to allow it. I was watching a TV program the other day. It was the Artist Circle. And there were several artists sitting around. I don't remember all of them, but I know just one of them was Sting. It was John Legend, Alicia Keys, Justin Timberlake, and Pharrell. And I think Pharrell had this song, Happy. A lot of people remember that song. And as they were talking, and the moderator was asking some questions, a reoccurring theme kept on coming up. They allowed something to move in and through them, and it brought forth a creative element in them. They were able to capture a vision and a sense of what was going on. They did not make it. It was like flowed in and through them in a magnificent way. And I was just listening to these legendary people already, even though some of them kind of young. And I was just saying, wow, I wish I had that. And then I thought, wait a minute, I may not have the ability to write an Emmy song, but I do have a creative element that is inside of me. I have my own version of a song. You have your own version of a song, and it's ready to come out in you. So this Advent season is saying, what are you willing to get in touch with and give birth to this absolutely magnificent? You are a child of God that has so much skill, so much talent, and you were born here on purpose, with a purpose, and now the thing for us to be in touch with it and allow it. Yeah, I know. We live in a world of opposites and polarity, and there are all kinds of problems. And so we get ready to say, well, I'm going to allow this. We have these so-called blocks that come in and say, who do you think you are? You're not good enough, and you're unworthy. All these kind of things, and it blocks what I would call this creative flow. Remember, T, P. This is a new day and a new beginning. I want you to allow the process to flow in and through you. There was a person by the name of Elizabeth Gilbert. It was a movie called Eat, Pray, Love, and also she wrote a book. She came to a Renaissance Unity and she spoke, and I love what she had to say, that after she had a failed marriage and she was hitting bottom and she felt like she was low, she began to pray. And she heard this inner voice, and it reassured her the only thing between her and God is nothing. I love this. She heard this, look, there's nothing between you and God. We may have some erroneous thoughts that may be temporary blocking from our point of view, but we're not blocking the divine. And once we just breathe in and just allow and to love ourselves, something flow in. And so she began to love herself as she traveled around the world. And I am inviting us to do today is to begin this process is by loving ourselves. This puts us in a vibration. So when was the last time you, talking to you, said something positive to yourself, about yourself, in a way that touched and loved you, absolutely you? There was a time in which I would have like a negative thought or a judgmental thought, and it still comes up, but it's okay. Now when I'm trusting this process, I can get into a mode of, you know what, whatever that negative thought is, whatever that fearful thought is, whatever that judgmental thought is, I'm just going to allow it to point to an area within me that can be loved so that then I can bring forth the magnificence that is within me. Affirmation time. There is nothing between me and God, or me and the divine, or me and my higher power. However you want to use it, I'm inviting you to use it, because this is a time now in the midst of everything that's going on that we say yes to that magnificent presence that's already within us. Are we ready? Well, the universe is ready for us, because as we do this, I just want you to know you are not alone. That the whole universe, the planets and the stars and everything is configured in just a certain way to incorporate who we are so that we can move forward. We're not alone. I just want you to know that in this energy field that we're creating within us, there's other people who are creating energy fields as well. And together we are going up and raising up higher in vibration. And the more we allow this to happen, the more magnificent flow and creativity, the more we can capture the vision of who we are in alignment with spirit. There is nothing that can separate us from the divine. That's our vision. That's what we're captured with. That's how we're moving forward during this Advent season. So breathe, relax, know that there's infinite possibilities just before we act. Tap into that liminal space. You have no idea how good it can get. So I'm inviting you just to be open and allow the flow of ease and grace to guide you in the direction that you need to go. And just know, we're waiting for you. The whole world is waiting for you to be you, so we can all be the lights that can transform our lives and the world. And now Lisa will carry us in to a fabulous meditation to anchor it in. This is our time.
When I was a little girl, I remember drawing a picture of Jesus as a young man with long hair wearing a robe and sandals. I was told at the time that he was a very kind, loving man that lived a really long time ago, and this is exactly what he looked like. And then later I was told that because I was sinful, Jesus came to become my human advocate between me and God, and if I accepted him into my heart, I could avoid going to a really horrible place when I died called hell. Then in my 20s, I found unity and learned that I was the Christ, an individualized expression of the divine with the full potential and potency of God. So now each of these presents a vision or an image of the Christ that both facilitates and limits possibility. So as liminal beings, we are God portals, bringing divine expression from the realm of spirit into the third dimensional reality. So just like a camera, our vision determines the size of our aperture, how much light we are able to let into the world through us and as us. This is week 3 of Advent. We began by entering into the void, that sacred space before creation. And then we explored coming from fullness through allowing. And today we are taking a look at what vision we can hold that will allow the fullest possible expression of our Christ selves. quantum physics gives us an image of a highly interrelated universe transcending time and space. Particles in one part of the universe can affect particles clear on the other side of the universe instantaneously. So translating this spiritually, we can say that even the smallest act of love, like the last time that you smiled at a stranger, was felt in some way by beings all the way on the other side of the universe. Teilhard de Chardin, who was both a scientist and a Jesuit priest, had a very large evolutionary vision of the Christ, seeing the full expression of Christ consciousness fulfilled through the divination of the earth and through deep connectivity to the universe. Teilhard says, "Before, we Christians thought we could attain God only by abandoning everything. We now discover that we cannot, except through the universe as a continuation of the universe. We must make our way to heaven through earth, divinizing the world by our actions, plunging our hands into the soil, and touching the roots of life." This encourages us to embrace what I would call an audacious wholeness in our visioning of our Christ expression, one that is having cosmic and universal impact in every moment, one that aligns with the full potential and potency of divine expression in the universe. With this large vision, we affirm, the love that we are touches, heals, and expands every being and everything in the universe in every moment. And we can make it more potent and personal by saying, the love that I am touches, heals, and expands every being and everything in the universe in every moment. This kind of visioning is, of course, a living, evolving process. And we can tend the edges of our own capacities with this through meditation. So I invite you right now to find a comfortable way of sitting and being, and just begin to bring attention to your breath. Close your eyes if you feel comfortable. And just focus on the beautiful rhythm of the breath coming in and flowing out. Begin to see your breath as a living entity filled with light and wisdom. Breathe this living entity into your being, into your physical body. And just notice as this living entity of wisdom and light enters your body, you begin to relax, and everything begins to harmonize. Now breathe this living entity into your subtle body, into your thoughts, and into your emotions. And notice them also softening and beginning to harmonize. And breathe this living entity into your expanded self. And this is the part of you that is beyond your roles, beyond your thoughts and feelings. This part of you that is the essence of who you were before you came, and the essence of who you will be when you leave your body. And now bring attention to your feet, seeing them filled with this light, this wisdom, this living entity. Bring attention to your feet on the floor, and imagine that there are roots going down from your feet into the core of the earth. And as the roots from your feet reach into the core of the earth, sense her core as her heart energy, as her essence, and sense the wholeness of her essence, which include the expansiveness of the mountains and the oceans, the beautiful varieties of plants and animals, and the magnificence of human beings. Sense into the essence of who she is, all of her evolution to this point. And begin to feel her essence as a gift flowing up through your feet, through your root chakra, filling your body, your mind, commingling and dancing with your essence, nurturing you, sustaining you. Sense into her sweet mothering energy. She holds back nothing. Now allow this flow of energy that is both you and the earth to move up through your crown chakra and out into the cosmos. Sense the essence of the cosmos, its spaciousness, its expansiveness, moving beyond time and space. Sense its great wisdom, its benevolent sentience, its unlimited possibilities. Now allow this flow of energy of the universe to enter into your crown chakra. Move through your being. Move through your root chakra into the core of the earth. Just sense the magnificence of this flow, the freedom in this flow, this freedom of exchange. Now sense into this flow of energy from the core of the earth, through you, to the universe, and from the universe through you to the core of the earth. Feel the potency of this profound interconnection, this interrelation with the earth and the universe, the essence and fullness of the earth, the essence and fullness of the universe, and the essence and fullness of you. Sense the aliveness of this interrelating. Inside of your being, you hear the universe speaking to you. You are the new and ever-renewing act of creation. You are all of us, and we are united in you. You are all of us as we live in one another. You are all of us in the whole cosmos as we join in your exuberant act of creation. You are the living one who improvises at the frontier of the future, and it has not yet appeared all that you will be. Breathe in your true identity as the cosmic Christ in full expression. More miraculous unfolding in you and as you is yet to come. For this is the way it really is.
Thank you, Lisa, for great meditation as usual, taking us into that wonderful space. If you enjoyed the service, which hopefully you did, please do a couple of things. One, is join us after service so we can have a nice fellowship time and we can share some ideas and also we can build community. But also you can share this with a friend, a neighbor. And I just love the fact that we are starting to grow and expand as a lot of people are sharing this. You can also, I would say, contribute in any kind of way. First of all, with your prayers. We love prayers. It lifts up the vibration. And also you can go on our website so that you can click the donate button and share there. Also, you can share your wonderful gifts with us via the telephone, through a text. All of that is good. So whatever you give and whatever you do, just know that we love you, we bless you, we appreciate you, and we behold the Christ in you. So as we go through this Advent season, just we're now allowing the magnificent Christ presence, the light to move in and through us. Just know that the best is yet to be. We're getting ready to create something wonderful. So keep joining us so that we can collaborate together to bring about a magnificent Christmas season. And so now we are closing with our prayer for protection. It comes up on the screen. The light of God surrounds us. We are the light of God. The love of God enfolds us. We are the love of God. The power of God protects us. We are the power of God. And the presence of God watches over us. We are the presence of God. Wherever we are, God is, and all is well. God bless you all.
Now we envision a higher vibration, a deeper awareness now has begun. You've heard the story of two sets of footprints. Now we imagine the two sets as one.